I'm Andy Bolton, 7 times super heavyweight powerlifting champion of the world. I'm the only man to deadlift over £1,000. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records, the only powerlifter to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I've deadlifted over £1,000 twice now. I've squatted over 1,200 pounds once, one of the biggest squats ever done by a man, and I'm also the biggest, second strongest powerlifter on total of all time.
Now, what's your opinion of the standard today for these people?
It's very good. It's getting better each year. I mean, I've been to this show 3 times now, and there's some strong lads today. All these young kids are catching up, mate. They're catching up.
So, do you think we've got some British champions here?
I think so. Yeah, there's a lot of the lifters. A lot of younger guys, especially, you know, I mean, they're only 20, 21 years old. And some weights are lifting. They were more than I would do at that age.
And we've noticed that there are ladies here.
Yeah.
What's the attraction for women, do you think?
I don't know. It's just extreme. It's extreme sport. It's powerlifting. It's something either you love it or you hate it. You know, there's no middle. It's not something you can really go and train for, because they train hard 3 or 4 days a week, 2 hours at a time. It's something. I don't know. It's a bug. Once you do it, most people just do it for life. Well, it does, as you've seen today. I mean, there's extreme cases when some of the big guys lifting some of the bigger weights, but in general, it keeps you fit and healthy.
My name's Alan Luca. I lift the Maidstone Powerlifting Gym at the Howard Warden Gym, and I've just completed my first lift, 250 kilograms.
Would you describe this event as a practice for the national championships?
It's a qualifier, so we have to do a qualifying total. Because I'm over 60 now, my qualifying total is fairly easy, so that was well within what I need. Actually, it was 5 kilos off the British record.
Right. Now, obviously you want to aim. What's your aim here today?
My aim today is to do 3 qualifying lifts, and as I'm carrying an injury to my shoulder, I'm not going to push myself. Hopefully give myself time to heal before the national championships in July.
Right, now I understand that you're the holder of several championships, is that right?
Yes, 7 times champion of the world, 18 world records, so it's been an interesting few years.
I was going to let you tell me. On a serious note, what do you think of the standard of all the competitors here today?
There's a very good standard, actually. Nationally, Great Britain as a whole has got some of the best lifters in the world. We won the team championships at the World Championships in Bournemouth last year as a country, and generally we are very, very good. We're a power to be reckoned with anywhere in the world.
Now, one thing I must ask you, when are you going to retire from this game?
Well, I've embarrassed myself about a dozen times. I've retired more times than Frank Sinatra. But there's a hunger, and I injured myself at the World Championship, so I didn't get my 8th world title this year, which was frustrating for me. So I had a bit of an emptiness within, and I wanted to fulfil that this year.
Today is just to run out to see what form I'm on, because we've got the Worlds later on in the year in November in Finland. This just be a tester for my body today.
Right, so you've already done 275 kilograms today, is that right?
270, yeah. I just missed a 300 on a technical fault. Strong enough, came up, but right. So now I know I've learnt something today. I've got a little bit of adjustment to make.
Right. What's your ambition? I mean, you've obviously been the world champion 9 times. So what's your ambition this year, and especially for the Olympics?
10th time. Yeah. I'm 50 this year as well, so I want to be. Yeah, I want to be the first 50-year-old to squat 4 times his own body weight.
Dave, do you see that as a problem or not? Or do you see that as an advantage?
No, it's just a target to go for.
Yeah, a target to go for. But where's the importance, do you see? What do you see as important in this particular event to you?
Today, you mean?
Yes.
As I say, really a testing ground today. If I leave it too late to correct the problem, it's like a Formula 1 racing car. If they didn't test it before they got to the track, they'd have already lost the race. So today is a test for my body.
Now, what do you think of all the up-and-coming weightlifters here? What do you think?
That's good, yeah, no, new blood, we need it. Without them, there's no future. So.
Thank you very much.
What's it expected?
I was hoping to get the new British record, so I've been working really hard for months to get that. So just had to work everything like down to a kilo. every single kilo. But the body weight loss was quite hard. But yeah, it was good. Good day.
What do you think of the stand overall?
Yeah, there's some really good lifters. There's quite a couple of people here have won the World Championships before, so it's so it was good. I've got this year. I've got the British Championship finals in July. I've got the World Championships in Finland, Europeans in Hungary. So I've got quite a few comps coming up soon. So.
Hi, I'm Brian Batcheldor. I'm the president of the British Powerlifting Congress, and we're here at the South East Championships qualifier for the British later this year. The standard today was excellent. I mean, the standard of lifting, there were many records broken, at junior level right the way through to the Open, and those weights were, were incredible.
What do you think of the facilities as well?
No, I think the facilities are first class. They've got everything they need here in terms of the warm-up size and the facilities here. It was excellent. Yeah, absolutely. Strangely enough, we used to have far more women lifters a few years ago, and I think with the formation of the corporate gyms, a lot of women that came into gyms were sort of pulled off in different directions and thus stopped taking the sport so seriously. But that's starting to turn around now, and we welcome women lifters. It's a fantastic sport for all to do, and as you can see, there are different weight classes. It's not about being big or heavy or anything like that. Most of the women competitors we have were quite light. Last year we were fortunate enough to have the World Championships in England, and for the first time ever Britain won as a team. We've been putting together a good world-class team over the last 10 to 12 years, and we've reached that stage. And many of the lifters that lifted here today were part of that winning team. So, several of them are absolutely world-class in their own right within their weight class. Several of them have won world titles in the past.
So we've got some up-and-coming national champions here.
That's correct. We've got, you probably wouldn't realise this if you were watching it as a layman. Some of the juniors are actually beating the standard of the senior lifters a few years ago, and they've still got a few years ahead of them as a junior.
Would be involved in weightlifting?
Yeah.
How would they go about? What would be the first thing you want them to do?
The first thing, I guess, would be for us would be to contact the website, which is britishpowerliftingcongress.co.uk, because from that we can then tell you the nearest gyms to you. It's a very specialist thing. Your mainstream gyms, your corporate gyms, your Fitness First and all that, don't want powerlifters in there. It takes many years of experience to become a good coach. And the irony is, all the track and field athletes and professional rugby players that many youngsters would like to become start out with powerlifting as the central core of their conditioning program. So all athletes to some degree do powerlifting exercise, all elite athletes. So the first step is to get them in touch with someone that can take them down that route, really.
So I was going to ask you, is it a key fitness thing with a lot of people, but is it also a dangerous sport?
Any sport at elite level, if you're a top level marathon runner, you walk a fine line between being super fit and incredibly injured. Of course, most people don't jog to win the London Marathon, do they? And most people that do strength training per se don't aspire to be a world powerlifting champion. But strength is also a component of fitness. It's not only about endurance. In fact, elderly people that suffer, from muscle wasting, which is the main thing that invites, infections and illness, strength training would be of major benefit to them because it would increase the density of their bones, fend off things like osteoporosis, and help prevent them from lots of conditions and infections. But strength is a major component of fitness. It's not about endurance only. You have referees, then you have international referees. International referees have to sit several exams, and we prefer that they've got a background in coaching and some level of proficiency within the sport. Yeah.